Again, I'm still here on the project, building capacity around my mouth, but I got something to back it up. What do you think? Let's discuss it. This is Samson Toll, Liberian Public Radio. But I want to bring your attention to a show that I'm going to be having tonight. It's going to be very interesting. I'm encouraging all of you, those of you that are listening to this video, to tune in tonight, because perhaps this might be some of the reason why we have all of the mess that is going on in our own country. Because you have to listen to these things. These things, the trouble we've been having in Liberia didn't start overnight. These are things that's been happening from time to time. There are those who came before us, past generation, failed to recognize these things, and will continue to repeat them. And because we ourselves have not yet able to recognize and see if these things can be rectified, so that this country, beautiful country of ours, can be built just by our hands as Liberian. Doesn't matter who you are at this point. Concord country, it doesn't even exist anymore. We're all one another. We're all one country, one people. But if we do not understand why these things are happening to us, we're most likely not going to be able to find solution. So I ask you tonight to join me.
Yet, how does one begin to help people who swim on their own flooded streets to voting booths to vote incompetent criminals back into office?
Yes, that is a big question we all have to answer. How do you help people who will go to the voting booth swimming in their own flooded streets just to vote people in offices who are incompetent? And those incompetent people that are being voted in offices will also appoint people who are also incompetent. So this is like a big deal. How do we help our brothers and sisters to make sure that their voting rights are utilized effectively? They have the voting cards. They must be told how important their voting cards are to all of us. And so I'm saying, those of us that have this platform, this is not time for hate. You don't come into this because you hate. You must do all you can to educate the voters themselves, how important their voting cards are. Because if their vote our leaders being able to do what is right for our people. Join me this evening as I try to explore this particular question and many more that will be coming. Join me this evening at 8 Eastern Time, 5 Pacific, where we will take on this question and be able to see how much we can go. With your help, we, the Liberian people, will be able to educate our brothers and sisters that have the right to vote whoever they want, but they must do so with responsibility. This is Samson Toll, Liberian Public Radio. Thank you very much.
C'est autissement, encore une autre fidèle qui l'Amérique a pas bloqué yo. Quand il va Sylvie, il a quoi qui j'ai loupé presse. L'Amérique a pas bloqué, t'as mon bien de moi avec moi nous deux. En ce moment, on va battre au moins néo. Mon temps dit est à mon mounier, ça va bien faire moi dit toi. Toi, là local yo.
Doing anything that people getting amended, and there will be from 2005 to date. We're all doing anything. I've done something. Trust me. I'll be re-elected. You understand? So you don't need to fight. You don't need to destroy your country. You don't need to even condemn your country. You have to be inspired, peacefully, and then convince the people, persuade people. Politics is about persuasion, and it's about what you have done for your people. I have done so much that I don't need pay for. You know why I don't need pay for? Because Liberians love me and they promoted me when I was on a soccer page. You understand? And they were proud to be Liberian when I was on the soccer page. And I've done my best for my country. I'm a former peace ambassador. It doesn't matter what people say. I'm on record.
Yao, abela lokeyo, mi vito jogbai, mi vito nomba, Martis mo peyo. Manager Gigi, ouais que jamais forcé ou si tu connais tu connais. L'animateur Choco Noscan Yassin de Toyebi, l'homme a tout fait pour mi vito. Aniche les vieux.
Henry, I can tell you the problem of this country with respect to prices, with respect to health, with respect to education, and largely tied to roads. There are no roads. You don't see opportunities where they should be when you don't have roads. From up to 173 years, we only have one road. How do you know what is happening in Bapolu when you don't have roads? You don't go there. The prices of goods, commodities in the market are high because to get them to where they are needed. So there's no way you can, when I talk about road, I'm not talking about putting road on the sidewalk in Monrovia, $50,000 road and make it $3 million. We're talking about roads that will open up the country. We're talking about roads that will open up opportunities, roads that will get businesses going, and dependency reduced because people believe their goods and commodities can get to the market. That's what we're talking about.
But we'll prosecute and will confiscate assets that people steal and acquire by illicit means. I often say that in Liberia, when people get caught, they send their wife, they send their children, they send their relatives, whatever, to come and beg. I'm saying the Liberian people, don't come and beg. You know, don't come and tell me, oh, stand to help you get elected. He talked nice about you on the radio station. Now he's stealing, so forgive him. Stanley should have known when he was stealing that we're going to punish him. So there's going to be consequences. That's the first thing. Then we have to make sure we're paying people a living wage. So we did the arithmetic, we did the math in 2017 that when you look at policeman's salary or healthcare worker's salary or teacher's salary, by the middle of the month, the money finished. By the time they pay rent, they buy food, they pay the children tuition, and of course, they're not going to starve, right? So the policeman will pull you over, the teacher will accept bribe, they change grades.
Good evening, folks. Samson told LeBron Public Radio. We're on it again. We say thank you for joining this evening. We say thank you wherever you are, wherever area you are residing this afternoon and calling us. We say thank you. Coming in, watching us, we say thank you. We appreciate it. And of course, we do this here for all of us to be able to have information and get some conversation going. Thank you for tuning in. So, folks, the easy one here tonight. We'll be opening the phone line here very quickly here tonight, not very long. So, let me go ahead. Safety, Lord Jesus, we want to thank you again this evening for bringing us here. My Lord, thank you for all you have done and continue to do for us. Because of you, we are here. My Lord, thank you. Continue to guide us. We put Liberia, the Republic of Liberia, in your hands. Only through your hands that things are possible. My Lord, election is about ready to happen. We put the leadership of the Republic of Liberia in your hands. We put the leadership of the opposition of the Republic of Liberia in your hands. We ask you to guide them, give them wisdom to do what is good for our people. Open your eyes to know and to see that election is not war. We ask you, my Lord, continue to bless all of them and bless the Republic of Liberia. We ask you, my Lord, to bless the United States of America, where the security provided by the U.S. for us and the opportunity given to us to work. We appreciate it. And we want to say, let the Lord continue to bless the United States of America. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. So let's go ahead, folks. Very quick one here tonight. It's not a big deal. Samson is back. Yeah. I'm saying it right now. Whatever we do here, on a very serious note, let me just make it clear here tonight. Whatever we do here, it is not because of hate. It has nothing to do with jealousy. I'm a human being. I can be jealous. I'm not disputing that. But when I open this line and open this camera to face you, I will do my best to set aside all jealousy. It will come through from time to time, and people will recognize it, and other people will falsely accuse me of that, but that's okay. That's their opinion. That's their view. I have no control over that. But as long as I know deep inside of me, just like what is going on in my heart right now, my heart is just so satisfied of what conversation that I'm going to be having tonight. As long between my God and myself that I know what I'm saying, I believe in it, and I'm not doing it because of jealousy. From time to time, even I try my best, but small jealousy step is people recognize those things. But it's better to be truthful than to come out here and make up stories that are not quite important. So let's start with the denier, not quite denier, and the denier of not a denier. You get the point. You get the point. So there was a report quite recently about Armo Benadayure. The report stated that Armo Benadayure was in talk with CDC, and according to Armo Yure, according to the story, that right here, according to the report, they were in the sedition sent their hierarchies, high profile sedition went to Bernard Ure, and I think they met in a hotel or so, whatever it was. But that they were in consultation with him to see if he can come back to CDC and support the re-election process of President Weah. And when that paper ran, I believe immediately, well, not immediately because it took some time, but I believe before the end of the day, they were, why my stuff is not coming out? You want me to do Bernard Ure story? Let me know. Yeah. You want me to do it? If somebody for him in the water again tonight for my program. Okay. Y'all take your phone and your peanut then out of my program tonight, big yo. But anyway, so immediately, well, not quite immediately, but immediately, before the end of the day, when that press ran, they have a press release from the Ure camp that the statement and the press report itself is fake news. You know what that is, Donald Trump, fake news. But interestingly, they decided the paper went back, Front Page Africa that is, went back to publish that press release. And they didn't make a big deal out of it to say, no, we believe our sources, nothing. They didn't argue. They agreed and decided to publish that. And let me read that a little bit. Interestingly, at the very end, you would think that denial would stay as it is, as it was. But instead, they started pulling some little qualifier. You know, little, that ain't your business, what we do, don't listen to them, don't mind, that ain't your business, keep your mouth for yourself. Like, oh, well, I'm just putting my own in there. So when you hear those kinds of denial, and people start putting these kinds of qualifier in it, those of us that consider ourselves political junkie, then I consider a denier of non-denial of a denier. So let me go ahead and read it. I got a lot here tonight, but let me go ahead and read it. Is there anybody on here? No. Okay. Folks, I've sent the stuff already. So let me read it. So they say, let me see how long it is. Oh, it's not that long. It's not that long. So it's very short. The ALP in a press release on Wednesday said, yesterday that is, said the party through its standard bearer, Honorable Bernard Ure, at no point in time held a meeting with CDC at Boulevard Palace Hotel. Okay. At no time had a meeting with CDC at the hotel. So did they have a meeting somewhere else? Okay, let the smart people think about that. The ALP strongly refute the recent claim made alleging that our please. They told me I can't read again, and the glasses said not go again. They play with me. I'll start reading in total English right now. And that are plenty of both that me and I saw. The ALP strongly refute the recent claim made alleging that our esteemed political leader, Honorable Benda Ure, held a meeting with officials of CDC at Boulevard Palace Hotel. We categorically assert that these reports are extremely false. How false can you? How false can you? Or false is so false. But anyway, that's their word. That's their word. And without any basis in truth, the ALP release report. According to the ALP release, the ALP honored the principal leadership. Oh my goodness. From esteemed political leader, principal leadership, honorable standard bearer, Jesus, one person with all those names, all the title. Okay, let's go on. Principal leadership of Honorable Europe, maintain transparency and integrity as the cornerstone of our political activities. We stand committed to upholding the values of honesty and accountability. Yeah. Furthermore, the All Liberian Party is grateful for the support and recognition it has received from several other political parties. Denier and not denier and of a denier. Okay. Okay. As a dramatic institution, excuse me, guys. This is the usual. That's why I print them out because of my glasses. I print them out. The one I print it out. As a democratic institution, we value the opportunity to engage. Denier of a denier and not a denier. To engage with other political parties and explore potential alliance that will benefit the people of Liberia. Now, if they were truly denying, in this sentence here, let me read that again. In this sentence here, they most likely would have said, except CDC, because we are not in any kinds of conversation with CDC. But the fact they left it open, I believe there's conversation going. Let me read that again. As a democratic institution, we value the opportunity to engage with other political parties and explore potential alliances that will benefit the people of Liberia. Did they say except CDC because they said they ain't got no conversation with CDC? Or are they saying the time and place specified in the front page Africa report is wrong, even though they are in consultation with CDC, but it was not at that hotel and it was not that particular time? Now, if you're saying your political leader is quite completely there's no way, whatever, that they are not in consultation with CDC, this is the best time to say. After you say we stand and we have the right to align ourselves with any other political party except CDC, but they didn't say that. Let's go on. We remain committed to forging. Ooh. People think we're stupid. Then CDC talking, man. I beg you, man. That one I will stand on it. Then CDC having conversation. We remain committed to forging new partnership based on shared value. And remember now, Ben Ayure used to be with CDC. Share value. Okay? A mutual respect as a recognized political entity. The ALP reserve its right to engage and be engaged by other political parties. They're selling Liberian. That ain't your business. You just mind yourself. Because people are complaining. People say, oh, this is what this is. All these kinds of confusion with CPP. Is it what it's all about? And they're coming back now to say, we didn't talk to cities, but you mind your business. We reserve the right to talk to whoever we want to talk to. Okay, that's your business. Okay, we're engaged and be engaged by other political parties in a democratic spirit. We firmly believe that people who say they're not in something, they're still going denying of a denier of a denier of not a denier. Let me go on. We firmly believe that conservatives, this dialogue and cooperation between different political forces can foster national progress and development. My people, they think it's not easy again. We ain't talked to CDC. We never had any kind of meeting with CDC. But we reserve the right to talk. In fact, if we talk to other political people, political party, foster unity in the country. Samson told. You think we're stupid, right? You think we're stupid, right? I love the way they do things. Okay, let me go on. Okay, dialogue and cooperation between different political forces can foster national progress and development, the release added. As we move forward, the APL remains dedicated to its mission of promoting the welfare of the Liberian people and working towards a prosperous and an inclusive society. We call upon all citizens to stand united in pursuing a better future for our beloved nation. Folks, they're telling us, Armo Ure and his people are telling us that they are not in any kind of talk with CDC, but they reserve the right to be in any talk with any political party. Now, if you're vehemently denying and saying you have no connection or no contact with CDC, why were you in the entire time you're denying the process? The entire time, and even whatever little stuff that you're bringing in for people to continue to trust you, transparency and accountability. Because of transparency and accountability, we're telling you we are in no talk with CDC. We reserve the right to talk to other political parties that we wish we talk to, but not CDC. That's a denial. But this one is a denier, not a denier, and a denier of not a denier. So I just thought that, when you read these things, I don't know what these people read it. It's nobody's business whether you talk to CDC or no CDC. They're not like people, not like that what they eat. But you'll be truthful. Why you coming and beating around the bush like that? So you'll be truthful. And yeah, I mean, President, we are his people. They welcome you guys back. So much. So what? You'll be truthful. President, we are if we re-election. So what? So Liberia is moving forward. Not the pace we want, but he's a human being. He's a Liberian, qualified Liberian. So if you join here and you guys win the election, so be it. So be it. We just hope that you'll do good for Liberia. That's all. Why are you going to come here and come right there kind of debating? You think you're stupid around here. Again, folks, Samson told Labron Pub Radio. I really don't understand why these people are playing the kind of game with us here. But then again, they think we're still the same group of Liberian years ago. No, far from it. Liberians are sophisticated. Not me now. Not me. I'm still in the 70s. Liberians are sophisticated now. Young Liberian, highly educated, young Liberian. They're moving forward. You can't fool them. Don't try it. Don't try it. You be truthful with them, you will be their friend. You start lying to them, start thinking they don't know anything, then you become somebody of a priority. They will say, hey, what wrong they may have? Be truthful. So even if the truth can hurt, they'll say, okay, well, at least the men were truthful. So what happened? How come you move back to total and say the whole America business is not working for me? I've been here 2 years. I can't go back to total and say. But anyway, folks, Samson told LeBron Pub Radio, I'll be opening the line here very shortly. Let me go now to many of you. My saying here, I come out, I'm very truthful. That I can say, I take no backseat to anyone. Very truthful, transparent, of course. I'll come here. If I need to be eating crow, I will eat crow. But at the same time, I will be truthful. I've been saying to you here over and over. CDC, they do something good, you praise them 1 or 2 times, they will come by and put their foot in your mouth. I guess it will not fail. What I say or I say, they will always put foot in your mouth. No two-way street around it. I don't know why, but they always doing that. They always putting foot in there. But let me bring in before let me bring the mayor. You will disagree with me. Carter, thank you for joining. Let me bring you in. But I know you'll be disagreeing with me. That's fine. But CDC, they're very good at that. And I will give you an example this evening. Within the last 2-3 days, I've been playing video here of President Weah, how the massive crowd scaring for me. I was very afraid because I admire Ambassador Bakai, but with that kind of crowd, that was something. But guess what? They decided, well, Mr. Toh, you're praising too much. You're playing our video too much. Let's put our phone in our mouth a little bit. Here's the deal. These people, the Nabe, Honorable Nabe, Eugene Nabe, and Honorable Tue, highly educated, including President, we are highly educated. These people are not slashed. I keep telling you, you cannot approach these people thinking, say, you will run them over because you don't think they know anything. Far from it. Far from it. Samuel Tue, the last time, let me give you the example how smart this young man is. The last time when he went up to admit that the pro-poor agenda has failed massively, instead of sticking with that, he decided to do something, meaning Liberian thought it was something coming from Samuel Tue. But for me, Samuel Tue, not fooling me. He said they were going to take 27 million people out of poverty in Liberia. He used that 27 million number, knowing fully what you think Samuel Tue is stupid. The man know that we're not even 6 million in Liberia. He knows that. But he threw that in there because he had already admitted that the pro-poor agenda has failed massively. And so because of that, he didn't want you to look at the failure of the pro-poor agenda. He wanted you to criticize his 27 million. And that's exactly meaning Liberian went over that. They didn't preach about the 27 million. They didn't preach about the failure of pro-poor agenda. Samuel Tue said pro-poor agenda failed. They were not talking about it. They said Samuel Tue said 27 million people out of poverty. They're not stupid. Why am I saying this? So quite recently, President Weah decided and CDC decided to bring in Eugene Nabe as their campaign chair. And when they did that, there's a code of conduct that governs all government employees. That there are certain people, not only that, but it's a certain position you cannot get, when you hold that position, you cannot get involved into political activities of any campaign. So they decided to blunder themselves. Having had all of the good press from me, sinking here, people think say a CDC man or whatever. They decided to put their foot in their own mouth without, they know very well what they were doing. That what they were doing, they were violating the code of conduct completely. But they were going to go ahead anyway. Why? Because they are sedition. They are sedition. They are above the law. And when people start calling them up to that, President Weah said, Okay. I will go ahead and have Eugene Nabwe take a leave. CDC did not put their foot in your mouth again. Let me read it. They want about that computer I can see here now. We are mixed in after another code of conduct blunder. Right here, that I mean who's saying. Grand Maritime Commission leaves are absent after appointing him CDC chairman, campaign chairman, after what many consider a blunt violation of National Code of Conduct by the President of the Republic of Liberia. You want me to park you in the back a little bit while I read my thing? Are you okay?
I'm okay.
Okay. I know you're thinking how you're gonna come back this evening. Oh yeah, I got you beginning. Don't worry, the time coming, I will get you. I will not say fast. I will not say fun. In fact, when you're talking, I will not pick up your call. I will let you talk all you want to talk. After many years, after many consider a blunt violation of the National Code of Conduct, which bear appointed officials from engaging in political campaign activity, such as election canvassing, the executive mansion has announced that President Weah has given Liberia Maritime Authority Commissioner Lynn Eugene Nabwe a leave of absence after violating the Code of Conduct. The President of the Republic of Liberia and CDC violated the Code of Conduct completely, ignored the Code of Conduct. And when he got called out, they decided, well, which is good, I gave him that one. He's not dictator. I gave him that. He knew he violated the Code of Conduct, he rectified it, we're gonna move on. But I'm gonna rub it in their face a little bit. I'm gonna let them know that the Code of Conduct is not something to play with. But while I'm saying this, I must also say that I appreciate the president to say, I made a mistake. I'll correct it. That's how men move. You don't sit down there, so what? What you do to me? So, like Belinda, you ready, people? They come in writing the kind of thing. That's your business. President didn't do that. But I will still rub it in your face. CDC, they put their foot in their mouth. I will let them know that. So let's go on. The president's decision comes barely 4 days after he appointed Nabwe to chair the Coalition for Democratic Change campaign team with a mandate of ensuring that a second time is secure at the poll in October. So they want I see this. You're in trouble tonight. You're in trouble. So they want the president and CDC. They say we care too much for support. We're gonna conduct. We want win. That's what we want. But then the president recognized. I will always make this point. The president recognized election, yes, but the election and myself were not above the law. I will rectify. But anyway, they put their foot in their mouth, I will say it too. So, the executive mansion said in the release on June 19 that the leaves of absence would take effect August 4th, 2023, a day before. So, CDC, yeah. So the whole time you've been running around with you that way, you've been violating the rule. That one, you ain't say anything. You ain't say anything. Now you're going all the way to August now. So what happened in the meantime? You know, will shut them out. You're not saying anything. That now they seeing you know, that went on radio the other day criticizing Ambassador Mackay, soon to be president of the Republic of Liberia. Was it not you know, that were criticizing? Oh, you are not running campaign? What was he running? I'm on it. So, away the Senior Deputy Commissioner of Liberia, Anthony M. Emmanuel N. Reeves, will administer. So that's fine. However, President Weah named Nabwe on Monday 17, blah, blah, blah. But the other one, the press look a little bit good for CDC. So y'all go read it yourself. And y'all go read it yourself. I will read it. That's what I do.
Oh my God.
Samson to the liberal. I don't hide myself. Why would I lie to you? But anyway, so, but little did the president and his jubilant audience know that his action to appoint Nambe was in violation of the National Code of Conduct, which prohibit presidential appointees from engaging in political activities. You think the people don't know that? From the president all the way to Nambe, he said they knew it. But this is how they do it. But who? They can't do anything. What do people do to you? Nothing. If this president, they want power, say, whether you call me CDC or not cover CDC, I don't care. If this president, if this was not President if it was President Thomas, dictatorship all over. Because everybody around him, listen, what's his name? Toward the last time, the Lebanon dictator. You think that kind of thing they say in there, you think they're going away? No, they're still there. So all they tell you, but good, you're doing good. But President always check himself. And I think he did here. They brought it to his attention. And instead to say, look, this is how dictator behave. Because I know my CEO here is a dictator. I say so. This is how they behave. If it were not president, this is how you're going to do it. And this is a heat of engagement, political activity. We're not even going to rectify. God won't do that. The people think say we're weak. But being president, said no. We will rectify. And if the people think say we're weak, so be it. I'm just saying it. I believe that. So the president appointed, contravened by 5 of the Code of Conduct, especially Section 5.1 and 5.2 that are capture honor political participation. 5.1 of Code of Conduct. Oh, they ain't say son. They ain't say handsome. They ain't say beautiful. They ain't say crown man. They ain't say Nima man. They say they say everybody. They say everybody. Why you're black? You don't care. Everybody. All officials appointed by the president of the Republic of Liberia shall not, shall not engage in political activity. And they were specific, canvass or contest for elected offices. Use government facility where using where they were going when they go to the place in a government car they were using. My people. Yeah, we only one here. Use government facility, equipment, or resource in support of a partisan or political activity. Serve on campaign team. But don't worry about he even serving on the team. He's the manager of the team. He's the captain of the team of any political party. A campaign of any independent candidate. Section 5, they say they don't go because the other one they very damning, so they don't want to go through that one. They leave it myself. I'm not going to read it because it's bad. It's bad. Section 5.2 of the amended Code of Conduct. Oh, I like these people the way they can really give it to amended. That means they amended the Code of Conduct. The people accepted it as part of the law. Amended Code of Conduct stated that all officials appointed by the president, including all cabinet ministers, deputy and assisting cabinet ministers, ambassadors, minister, consul, superintendent of counties, and other government officials, both military and civilian, appointed by the president, pursuant to Article 56 of the 1986 Constitution, and any managing director, deputy managing director, assistant managing director of a corporation owned by the government of the Republic of Liberia. Any commissioners, specific. If you are not playing around, they knew using the way we're going to do it for to come. They They when they wrote the code of conduct years ago, the new CDC were going to come to power, and the new president we're going to bring in Nabe here. So they put in that. No, I'm just kidding, but it's in here. Any commissioners, deputy, and the 60 commissioner of any commission established by the legislation and any official of government who negotiate and execute contracts, procures goods and services, and or manages assets for and on behalf of the Republic of Liberia, who desire to canvass or contest for an elected public office within the government of Liberia. You see, they tire, it will not even fly. I will bring it back again. Shall resign his or her position 1 year before the date on which the election for the post for which she intend to contest. Number appointment by the president while he was still commissioner of maritime was a complete violation of the code of conduct. I don't need to go more than that. If you want to bring number in, it should have been done last year. Folks, I'm talking about Nabe and got my picture up here. Let me put Nabe and the president picture up. Yeah, we have the people here. I'm not making it up. So you see, Nabe and the president holding Nabe hand while they violate the code of conduct of the Republic of Liberia. But thankfully, President Weah has shown himself again, in as much as I'd like for him to be defeated, no re-election, but he has shown himself again that under his leadership, whatever that is in violation, that he recognized and people recognize that he has ability to rectify that. And he has done that. And I appreciate it. In all that I've been saying, I appreciate it. But yet still, the violation run deep. Run way deep. Because in order for Nabe to stand at that should have been done last year.
No.
I just told you that he said no.
That's not what they said.
I just read it and he said no.
No. They said to contest.
You see, that one thing I love about your CDC. Like I said, let me read it again so you can put your own.
Read it again.
You can put CDC in front of you. Okay, hold on. The thing right here in front of me. Let's start with 5. Saying I thought I was gonna let it go, but you say you want to dispute. Let's go ahead. 5 of the code of conduct, all officials appointed by the president of the Republic of Liberia shall not engage in political activities, canvass or contest. You get that?
Go ahead. Keep
so
reading.
What is the or? What does it mean? Let me read that again. Shall not engage in political activities, canvass or contest. Then what is it that I'm saying is wrong?
It. Canvass or contest. And continue
in
reading.
Political activities. In political activities.
That way it start?
In political activities, canvass for elected officials. For elected offices. Mm-hmm. So what is that you talking about?
So when you're contesting,
but they don't just say contest. They didn't just say contest. They said engage.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Engage, number one. Huh?
I'm not disagreeing with you on.
Okay, then that's okay. So
what I'm disagreeing with you is he is not contesting for
that's
elected
fine.
position.
You see, that's what I say. I love your sedition.
So he cannot be appointed 1 year or resign 1 year to do it.
Okay, but listen to the 1 year partner. Maybe you got something here, and let me see if I can go to them. And if I can, if I need to eCrow, I will eCrow. But if not, then I will tell you, you and sedition have put your foot in your mouth again tonight. But let me read that. Maybe I need to eCrow on that. It says 5.2 of the amended code of conduct states that all officials appointed by the president including all cabinet ministers, deputy and assistant cabinet ministers, ambassadors, ministers, councillors, superintendents of counties, other government officials, both military and civilian, appointed by the president pursuant to Article 56A of the 1986 Constitution, and any managing director, deputy managing director, assistant managing director of a corporation owned by the government of Liberia, any commissioner, deputy assistant commissioner of any commission established by legislature, and any official of the government who negotiate, that not just contest or negotiate and execute contracts, procure goods and services, and or manage assets for and on behalf of the Republic of Liberia, who desires to canvass. Let's forget about the contest business yellow. You hear that one? Who desire for canvass. When you canvass, you campaigning. Canvass. Or yes, it is when you put your phone in your
Go
mouth.
Go ahead.
I can really enjoy it.
Go ahead.
Or contest for an elected. So if you take the walk all out of there and take the elected public office, it can just be who desire to campaign.
Okay, you got me on that. You got me on
I know
that.
I got you. I know you let you put your foot in your mouth. I will help you to take it out.
So this the thing. At least, you know, one thing I like about you, when you do all your reading and you rub in our faces, and then you admit the truth of the fact that the president realizes what he did was wrong. And so what he did, he called it up quick and he said, okay, it should be done this way.
Even in as much as I say you're putting your foot in your mouth, sedition. Let me say this again, I'm very serious. If there has been John Toba or John whatever and not President Weah. President Weah, I believe, and I could be wrong, but I believe over the years that when he got in a fight, let me take you back to football business. When he got in a fight with our Costa guy at the tournament, it took him a long time to get to that position. Because there's a video upon video where this man, every time they go against this guy, he always kicked President Weah. At that particular incident, President Weah, and I have the video, I did a whole 2-hour show on that here. President Weah, there was a ball from number 7 wing, cross to President Weah. So when the guy got the ball, but before he could cross, President Weah already beat this number 5 here. So he went and did his side kick and scored a goal. But when he did that, he put his hand on the floor to balance himself. This guy purposely, just like he was playing coconut plantation, purposely with an iron boot, stepped on his fingers, almost severs his finger. He walked off the field. When they bandaged the hand, he came back. After the game, by the time he showed his real southeastern side of the European people, he said, because we are open, he cleaned his nose completely, almost off of his face. So I know before he gets to these kinds of positions, I feel with him, I said that he doesn't have within him to concede or to, I'll be careful here tonight because there be so many things here, but I still blame the people, to just follow and try to destroy the fabric of democracy. Let me put it this way.
So are you saying it's not in his DNA to be a dictator or somebody who wants to have his way? He must let the law.
We're not running citizen campaign.
He must let his law.
If you're going to say it, don't tell me where I should say it. Run your campaign. That's fine.
You just said it.
No, I'm telling you what I feel. That doesn't mean anything. I'm saying it. Other people might not agree with me, but let me just say this.
You just made my point.
But that's fine. But what I'm saying is, the president, if this has been any other person with a dictatorship or the dictator's tendencies in him, he would have, you know what he would have said? You know what? That campaign season, let people cry. We're not doing anything bad. But he recognized, I believe, that the code of conduct was violated. So even though the time allotted is not enough, the code of conduct is still going to be violated. But the fact that he come out and make that announcement, it will lessen the whatever it is that they're doing.
Okay, so one of the things I took from what you just read and expound on is the president is a man of conscience.
Oh my! Don't. That's just one line. The president violated Constitution. That meant the code of conduct. Wait. I just telling you the reason why I put because I want to be truthful. Don't come
and that's what I hold you in high
don't
esteem.
stay on that one thing.
That's why I hold you in high esteem.
But don't hold that thing and try to take your and try to take something food in your mouth out of their mouth.
I try to elevate you to
no, I don't need elevation. All I know, you put your foot in your mouth, and I'm trying for me now to help you to take your foot out of your mouth. Now you're going to stand on that one thing.
You don't have to because the president already did that. He cleared out, he's fixed it, and
well.
Okay, so I wanted to come to a point that you started. Let's move on. But I want to come to a point when you started this show concerning Benina Ure, the letter that was written, right? That letter was followed by also an audio that Benina Ure spoke about. People go on the letter and you're saying, because he did not specify or say he will not go with the CDC, so it means that they were in consultation or they met with CDC hierarchy at the hotel. No, Benina Ure say no time. I got the audio. I think I share in our chat room.
Go ahead.
I got the
I'm listening. Go ahead.
He said no time. Did he meet with any civilian at any hotel?
Okay.
And if he wanted to, he got the president contact. He could call the president or go straight to the president of the meeting and discuss it. He has never done it. But what he did was he told his followers or supporters of his party that they are free to go anywhere they want to go. But as of here, Benina Ure, he will not support Joseph Boakai. The audio is that I can play the audio.
You will not support Joseph Boakai and not support who else?
He will not support Joseph Boakai. That's what he said, because Joseph Boakai betrayed them.
So their denial is the denial of a denial of another denial. Let's move on.
Where we are saying we cannot put things in the man mouth that he has not said.
I just read the whole thing. It's still here.
No.
It's
he
still
did
here.
not say, and I got the audio here too to that. So you got the transcript or whoever wrote that. But it's from Benina Ure himself. If you want to play, let our audience.
But you never told me the same thing. My argument on that letter, on that press release, they said they never met with CDC.
Yes.
But they reserved the right to meet with whoever they want to meet with. They never categorically. No, let me finish. They never categorically denied for the second time. In order, for example, if somebody accused me of meeting with you, you're CDC, and I don't meet with CDC people, and I said no, I never met with CDC, and I will not meet with them. In fact, I have the right to meet with other political parties except CDC, and I will not meet with CDC. That's the denial of a denial.
No, why should I make the English like that? I did not meet with CDC. I clarified that I didn't meet with CDC. I have the right to associate or meet with any party of my choice.
But not CDC. But not
CDC. No. No, you cannot subject it to CDC. You guys want for all the opposition to look up and say,
they're not about Benina Ure tonight. But let me
you started the show Benina Ure, right?
Okay, but since you're here, let me show you. Let me try. Let Ambassador Baka try to educate you people a little bit. Let's listen to Ambassador Baka. Let's listen to Ambassador Baka as he come out to educate us on the moving of things. Let's listen.
Corruption is a cancer, is a disease that deprives countries and people in countries of their rights, and also it drains countries of their economy. It misplaces the economy, and it creates problem for people in the country, deprive them of their rights. And I think if Africans fight corruption and they see that their economies are managed properly, there'll be a lot of peace because it will bless a lot more people.
That's just a little education.
Okay, let me go back. Let me hit back to that education you just provided.
Yeah,
I don't need a corrupt person to tell me about eradicating corruption.
Jesus.
I
When
do
was,
not need
when was the last time Ambassador Barker was prosecuted for corruption?
the PR-480 report.
No, when was the last time? You see,
this
is what y'all do. This is what y'all do. Then I go deep on your. When was the last time? When was the last? You're an educated man. You are an educated man. Let me ask you this. If you were to go to court, the statement you just made and the statement you're about to make, can that hold water?
Oh yes.
Where's the evidence? Okay, let's start. You said why would a corrupt human being try to lecture you? When was the last time Ambassador Barker was convicted of corruption?
He was fired from his
He was fired. When was the last time he was being fired from something? It's not the same thing as being convicted.
Well,
when was the last time he was convicted? In a court of law of corruption.
Oh, if that's the case, then we don't have any corrupt people in our society in Liberia.
No,
in this government.
Not the same thing.
If that's the case, because no court in Liberia has ever found any of this government official or guilty of corruption or indicted them for corruption. No court in Liberia.
What happened with Kabina Jennings? Why was he removed?
Kabina, I say in President, we are appointed government. I ain't talking about Kabina President. Did I appoint Kabina Jennings to the bar?
So you okay? So what you have the right, and it is your view. Whoever you say you want to, okay, go ahead.
I mean, I'm just telling you your standard you laid just now, and tells me that if the court of competent jurisdiction does not indict a person, it means that person is not corrupt. I am telling you that he was fired 2 times from his job, his position as government official for corruption, to the extent that a former president or interim president had to come out and say, "Oh no, we didn't. It was political reason." Political reason? Where? Interim government? What a political reason? Or later told me to fire him because of XYZ. We know that was a story, but we saw President Doe firing Joseph Boakai. He was all the way in Europe when they called him back and fired him.
You were not even born at that time. You were not even born.
I was born. I know the story. The PR-480 report on Joseph Boakai came from the New York Times on Joseph Boakai. So it is something I don't need Joseph Boakai to lecture. Secondly, he admitted that they squander opportunities.
Oh my goodness!
I come in.
This is when people when you get pinned
pin where?
You come back with all these
the liberal. You have to be liberal on the. You can't just be conservative, liberal, and all this. Just be liberal. Relax and let we flow on the thing.
Okay,
I did not put it in his mouth. He said they squander opportunity. Squandering opportunity. Loka was a squander opportunity to develop our country. What happened in Loka? Massive corruption.
I say, Carter, my set is giving me some problem right now. I can't hear what you're saying.
I understand. We'll fix it. I will call
you. Go ahead, make a statement that I can open the line.
Yeah, massive corruption. Loka. All right. The group of 77. The Rice Project that was under his control or under his jurisdiction in his county. Well, once upon a time, the bread basket of Liberia, one of the bread basket of Liberia, there are cemetery of machinery, agricultural machinery sitting there in Lofa County. Joseph Boakai cannot lecture Liberian people about eradicating corruption because he's not the agent for doing that. As far as I'm concerned, he's the vampire in chief for corruption. That's as far as Liberian people are concerned. That's the reason why he was not elected 2017 as the president when Ellington said he left office. And that's the reason why the Liberian people reject him. The people of Foya, his area he came from, the Gisi people, the tribe he from, that part of Lofa County has rejected him.
That means nothing because as Samson told were told into town that I'm no longer part of that community because I've been in America so long that I'm not even a crime man anymore. So no people can say anything they want. Please bring us something better.
This was a stronghold. This was believed to be a stronghold. His people has rejected him. As a matter of fact, Joseph Boakai does not have a farm in Lofa County. You know what he did in recent time? He opened a farm in Bomi County where he went from. Bomi. All those years, Joseph Boakai served in government.
But you agree he got found
in Bomi County.
He got found.
He
got found. What I ain't told you that, but he got found.
He opened farm in
he got found. That all he got found. Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
so
that's
what
all.
What happened to Lofa County? Where
Okay.
you from?
But let me, on a very serious note, let me read something to you. You see, one thing you got, and I keep saying to many of you, sedition, highly educated, smart, book, you can't play with it. And that's why when I take on you guys, I don't take you for granted, because I know many of you are educated. Okay. But at the same time, for some reason, when it comes to the CDC politics, you guys just refuse to be real. You're talking about Ambassador Baker as though when he was the vice president, he's in full control of that government. Let me read something to you. And let me read. Hold on.
Let me read the Constitution to me.
Let me read something to you. Let me read. I'm telling you. You don't want to listen. You don't want to listen.
So, okay, go ahead.
If you want to listen, I don't want to listen. I'll put it down.
And I will listen to you.
Okay. Let me read this. This is what you need to take into consideration. That if someone is elected to serve for the people, serve on whatever position, but he's serving the people with his whole heart, that person have to respect the governing body of that community, which having to do whatever they put together. In Liberian situation, they have what they call the Constitution. And let me read this. Article 51. There shall be a vice president who shall assist the president in the discharge of his function. They didn't say who shall take control of the function of the presidency.
Okay.
He shall assist. And if I try to assist you and you don't want my assistance, there is nothing I can do about that.
Beautiful. And I like when you say let's take a step by step. Let's break it down. I like when you say assist. So let's look at the context where if I'm to assist you and you tell me, Wilton, I want you to tonight to take over LPR, right? Show tonight. And I say, okay. I turn you trusted me, say 10 o'clock sharp, take over the show and present the show. I say, yes, I will do that. 10 o'clock, no show. 11 o'clock, no show. Who am I? Nothing breaking beyond that. Nothing broke. Everything straight.
Go ahead. Make your point.
Who am I? He was entrusted to be.
Listen to this.
He was entrusted with the rice production in Lofa County. They gave him that. Go to Lofa County. These are the machinery. $30 million. Make sure Lofa County produce rice. The machines are still sitting in the forest of Lofa County.
Listen, Carter. Yes, what president we have said when he was opening the pro-poor agenda about the past government. I will just read one sentence. The government procedures before us has done a wonderful. He didn't say Manasalio. The government procedure before us have done a wonderful job to get us to this position.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm telling you what president we was saying about Vice President Bakai. That government that he served on, give them a platform that they can stand on. He said it himself.
You could be reciting something from your own head. I don't know where you.
I just told you the pro-poor agenda opening the blood up from the president. Go look it up.
So this my thing here. The president said they inherited a broke economy, a broke
that
economy.
that kind of chicken not gonna fly out of their house here tonight. Because the
So
president said
I don't know.
thing and
I don't know where
he's
you're
been
reading that.
debunked
Where you're
over
reading
and
that
over.
stuff from. But
Okay.
at the end of the day,
Okay, since you don't know, since I'm making these things up my own, I just going around printing thing because I got no work to do. That's okay. Let me open the line.
Put in the group. Put in the group. Let us see it. What the president said. They had that conversation.
I'm gonna put my those are documents that I researched until I can publish my research paper. I'm not gonna put something in the group.
What Ajibo Frederick said. Ajibo Frederick said I defeat his character. Anyway,
what?
So no, that one of the viewer there. So no, on a serious note, Joseph Boakai should not be the one to lecture us. I want to see Alexander Kumi coming to talk about corruption.
You see, that's what you do. You know Alexander Kumi doesn't have the vote. You're scared of Ambassador Boakai. That's why you want Alexander Kumi. You're scared. You're scared completely. But Ambassador Boakai will teach you something. Let me open the line. Folks, Samson told LeBron Public Radio. CDC, I just show you guys why I always say CDC put their foot in their mouth. I just show you tonight why, and they have done so. However, the president, to his credit, decided to ratify. Okay, let's put percentage on it now. 1 year, that 12 months. But he violated, but he said he corrected it. That July, that August, 2 months. That what? About 1%? Or 1.5 or 2.5%, whatever, that is unacceptable. But I give it to him. He didn't hide behind the presidency. He told us completely. They said that he will make the recognized and change it. So we give it to him. But let me pull out. Let me open the line, folks. Give us a call here, Samson to LeBron Public Radio.
But why are you opening the line? Oh, you want to put the number up now?
Yeah, go ahead, make a point.
Why you opening the line?
You're on. You know, they're not going to talk until you finish.
Yeah, why you opening the line? I told him coming on so I can bring something out to him, because I put something in our chat room today, concerning Teron Gonglo. He was somewhere giving they were giving a speech for this anti-corruption thing in Liberia.
All next week that Gonglo time for me on my show. Go ahead.
Yeah. And there was low commotion or disruption.
Commotion?
No,
disruption. The sedition were very rude. And
the people, Gonglo own supporters, some of his official
party. Wow.
His official from his party said it was soup. In fact,
you mean the people who are disturbing outside, those are not sedition?
They say soup from the Student Unification Party.
But they are not sedition. They are not sedition.
No, they were soup.
Okay.
Soup, whoever support CDC.
The people who beat that young man over there the last time, now not the independent soup?
No. I said soup. Well, you see, this is the thing, and you let to twist everything on. I think I saw Gerald Gibson on Spoon talking about CDC. When the report came out, there were not even CDC name mentioned. I think they said soup. The people said they invited soup. Soup or there, they recognized them. Soup King or chanting. They left the audience. Right when Teron Gonglo were about to give a speech, people they start stoning. And then his people ran out. He said, "Gotta leave. It's not safe. Gotta go to the house." He left the place. They went to the police station, arrested one girl. The citizen or Teron Gonglo supporter arrested a girl and took the girl to the police station that were part of the group. And the guys recognized people wearing soup or regalia. They say it was soup. The guy who said he was the chairman at some intellectual forum said, "I always see those guys. They come around and we debate. We talk about the issues." He was a Gonglo supporter. He got nothing. He not a president. We are supporter, and he was telling the journalists this was soup. But to my surprise, people spin the whole thing and put it on CDC. What Teron Gonglo has, what political capital Teron Gonglo has that CDC will want to disrupt his program? Let's be honest here. Teron Gonglo, when it comes to election, he will not even win correct 10,000 votes in Monterrey.
By downplaying his ability
I'm not playing downplaying ability.
You just
It's
did
a
that.
number. It's a number.
Yeah,
Game. It's
yeah.
not his
You don't
ability.
even know that. You don't know what percent
I'm being
he's
honest with
gonna
you.
have.
I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, you know, you're not. You're being speculative.
Yes,
You're not being honest.
Let me very honest here. Teron Gonglo, maybe 2029, as he continues to do what he's doing, maybe it will resonate with Liberian people throughout the length and breadth of Liberia. As of now, Teron Gonglo will not even come 10th position on that in the election. I'm telling you. Tim, I'll be very honest with you. Maybe after the election, October 10, you will say, yeah, Keta, you are right.
Okay.
I'm not
Okay. Before I put a number, let me remind you again.
Yeah.
The sedition have violated a code of conduct and they put their foot in your mouth. Let me make that clear. But I will also say the president decided that they were going to give leave an absent to their the campaign chairman, so not to violate the what you might call to the here we go. I know now coming now. Okay, let me bring you on. Hello, Ainamana, how you doing? Welcome. What's on your mind? Hold on. Go ahead. Are you there? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Call back. Please call back. Let me turn this thing on. Call back again. I beg you. All right. Let me put it in the meantime. Let me put a number up while I'm with you. All right, folks. That's the number there. And give me a call. 916-533-2048. I need for you to call me to help take CDC foot out of their mouths again tonight. Please help us.
I'm missing Pat George because he and I talked lengthily today. You know, and he's not on the show. He promised to be on the show.
Well, you will not win. You will not bring it on your stuff. So let me see if I can call Aaron back. Okay, let's see if
you have reached Aaron's phone, right? Sorry, I cannot take your call right now.
Yeah, I get it. I guess he's calling you and you calling him, so you call back.
He call me here. Okay, but anyway, so folks, give us a call on a very serious note, 916-533-2048. So, because look, let me say this here to you guys. The idea that you guys well, you got some kahundas. Your president, well, not my president, the father of the nation. We know you got money. Okay, I know now. What is it? What on your mind?
How you doing, Mr. Toll? What's up, Keta? How you doing?
Good, Poplar.
And you don't think say yo again out on me, I liberal. You ain't want me so quiet.
No, we're not trying to gang up on you. Okay. I just wanted to make a comment to the stuff that happened to Councilor Gonglo today.
Okay, hold on 1 minute. Let me merge this call because when I try to merge while you're talking to me, you ought to hear you. So just hold on. All right, go ahead, Aaron. Go ahead, Terry. Just hold on. Go ahead, Aaron.
Yeah, every social media, outlet, people that were there live, they were all talking about Sue. But now, I'm just kind of, it baffles me all the time. Every negative thing that goes on in Liberia.
Because you're for in every little negative thing. You're for in it. You're always in for. Ever since you start carrying.
Can you get a call of chance? Can you get a call of chance to talk?
That Aaron. You're not caller, you're part of the team. That caller, don't come make it like you somehow caller. Every time something bad happen, you're for. Ever since you start carrying casket, anything something bad happen, you're inside.
I thought you were host of the show. Get a guest chance to talk.
What guest? That I know another guest is part of the show. You see that? Is it that what I told you? Go ahead.
You know what, Mr. Toll? You see, that's the reason why people are gravitating towards this president. Because, exactly. This is just pure, biasness going on in Liberia. We see things. People even telling us that this organization but you're still tuning into CDC. And I know Terry is working on the line. He's noted for talking. I mean, I don't know what he get his own up.
He next after he finish talking, he coming on. He right there. He in the room right now. He listening.
And he's going to spin it to the point where he's going to say somebody calling from Liberia and say,
He's going to be talking about Terry now.
Okay, we need to stop this. That's what I'm saying. You know, I'm dragging, but I don't want to stay on the phone. I'm watching the show.
All right, thank you.
Thank you,
Okay, thank you. Go ahead, Terry. Go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. So you know the division, eh?
Here we go again. The first installer. The kind of obsession you got also.
Aaron, just talk about you. He coming. He said, I tell you, all of y'all know each other. Go ahead, Kyle. I'm really enjoying myself. Go ahead.
That's what they do. But what I really want to emphasize on is because you say a lot, you keep to know. You can be on target sometimes. I can really enjoy it. You know, when you talk about President, we are the code of conduct thing. As a president, you got to know the law. You can't just come up and beat and do the kind of thing. You got to understand the law. And to be honest with you, Eugene Nangbe is a force. I don't want to lie. But whether if he's good for campaigning, I doubt that. But he's a force when it comes to propaganda management, when it comes to talking, he understands the modus operandi of the political landscape of Liberia. But he's good for propaganda mechanism. But for campaign, I doubt that he could be a force to reckon with. But, you know, President, we are against and more like you always say. But what I emphasis really want to drive out tonight is the issue with the Benin thing. It also reflects on the CDC badly because if CDC is doing for Benin again today, it shows the level, it shows that CDC is losing. Like I said the last time, how many stakeholders and other political giants, political institutions that have been endorsing the CDC lately, that shows that you're losing. It does not show that you're winning. But people are not looking at that. The little crowd CDC put everybody, oh, yeah, we just crowd people. No. There are hundreds of thousands of Liberians that are part of no political party. They're just waiting to vote. And they have seen a lot that have gone on. And you are not targeting them because CDC have made the government to be a CDC government. They don't care about other people. And these people have sat back and watched them for 5 years. And they don't care. They're only looking at CDC. And that is the reason why they're going to lose. Because they don't care. Even the coalition, they don't even care much about the coalition. And that is the reason why a lot of people cannot trust them with the remaining states here. Because they say, if we get it to the president, we are the way he have abandoned us in the first 6 years, what do you think he's going to do in the next 6 years? He will forget about us totally. So no matter how much money they bring, we're not going to take it. But look at Benin Nigeria, right? Benin Nigeria is screaming in a press release today that Joseph Boakai took the people from him because the people were from the same tribe. Look at that. Does that thing sound rational? You as a political leader of a big institution like the ARP, you're telling the Liberian people to believe that the people who honor you because they're from local county, Joseph Boakai took them from you. That thing makes sense. I don't know why these people who are responsible just begin to do this kind of thing. And look at the press statement that you read on the show earlier on. All right? Look at what they wrote. That alone tells you that these people are unstable. And the only place they will go is CDC. Nothing else. So, you know, that's just it. And if they do go to CDC, which I expect them to do, it will show to everybody that they have been with the CDC long before.
But let me ask you this, Terry.
Yeah.
The president also, instead of being bullheaded, which he's not, he decided to rectify make some correction, which I still say is not that enough. But he decided to give Eugene Nangbe leave of absence after recognizing that Eugene Nangbe cannot, on the code of conduct, serve in his current position, continue to run campaign. What do you make of that? Do you give me any credit for that at all?
I do. I applaud him, but also it also speaks to the fact that he does not understand governance. You know very well that if you claim that you know that the code of conduct does not allow you to do such thing, you know, the man working with you, the man is in the government is for the people. Why you start to make the man your campaign chairman? Earlier, before, even prior to campaign time, the man should have resigned according to the code of conduct. But you started to do that, show you that you are not abreast with the law. And that is the first responsibility of the president.
But hold on, Terry. Hold on a little bit. Let's take it easy here. So let's suppose President Weah is not familiar with the law. He's President of the Republic of Liberia, but let's suppose, and I say suppose, and I'm leaping off of the Empire State Building without any parachute right now, so I might fall so bad. But let's suppose the president is not familiar with the law. Are you saying that there are all sedition hierarchy, many people in the CDC hierarchy that accepted Eugene Nabwe as the chairperson for the CDC president we are re-election campaign, don't know anything about the law, including Eugene Nabwe himself?
These people are you said it on the show, and that is a very clever analysis. These people are abreast, but that is the strategy of CDC. CDC really know how to play tricks. CDC political, and you always say it, that is smart. But the smartness is they know how to twist things around to favor them. They don't come with
hold on. Let me put Aaron on hold. Please just hold on. Let me merge him. Just hold on. All right, go ahead, Terry. Finish your point, then Aaron can come back again.
Yeah, that is how CDC play the cards. They play from the disgruntled angle. They don't play direct diplomacy. They don't understand that. That is how they work. So they try to test the atmosphere. Like you said something, that Samuel 12 shows certain things out there for people to bite on. While the main issue, everybody's now looking at it. Because they know that this is how the Liberian people, there is the politics they have been playing. They understand it very well. And that is the reason why they fought to pull that crowd. But the reason why they losing grip on the control of the people, you see, President, we are still think that he was in opposition. Let me tell you, that particular speech he gave is very powerful. I must commend him for that. But
the speech yesterday?
Yes, it's a powerful speech. But the reason why his speech is not resonating with the people, if he had given that speech...
Did you see him dancing? I don't know what I was today or yes. I just don't want to continue to play a video all the time. But did you see him dancing today? Jesus.
I saw the guy. The guy is trying to be charismatic, which is, I think he
tried. This is, you see, no, Terry, let's take it serious a little bit. This is a former football player, world best, African best, all the best in the world. And you say he's trying to be charismatic. Yeah. I mean, how much more? At what level can you be before you become charismatic again? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, he has to be. Let me tell you something. The reason why he's trying to be is because politics was not his era. He's getting to feel it now that this is what he wants to do. Before he's charismatic when it comes to soccer, but politics. Working on president, you sit down for 5 years. You have no press conference. You talk to your people. He's not charismatic. He's trying to do something that he never did before because he knows that in order for him to pull this next move, he has to do something that
I think I'm gonna find time to invite you and Aaron here so we can have a serious conversation. I think we need to have young people to engage in these kinds of positive spirited engagement will be helpful. Let me bring in Aaron. So thank Terry. We'll make an arrangement. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, thank you.
All right, Aina, go ahead. Aina, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, Mr. Toll. Yeah, what is wrong with this Terry guy?
I'm gonna bring both of you guys. I'm gonna bring both of you guys on here. And then let's have a conversation.
Yeah. Please try to do that. Let me debate this guy face to face because sometimes I don't know what he. I don't know when the last time this guy was in Monrovia. He always come on this platform to say, "Oh, the CDC is losing ground. CDC is losing ground." What ground he's talking about? What ground he's talking about?
Okay. All right. We'll find out.
You don't even know who Josh Weah is, right? But let me just make a comment on this. If somebody comes out and say, I appoint you as my campaign chairman, it doesn't mean that you participated in politics. Until you can actually go out there and start participating in politics, you're not doing that yet. That's the reason why the president in his vision came back and said he's going to give him a leave of absence that will start on the 2nd of August.
But you already violated 8 months. 8 months already.
How?
No, he did not. No, he did not.
Yep. You're starting again. That one thing I left by
No, he did not.
Why you would say he didn't?
No, he did not.
Why would you say that?
He was just appointed. No, he did not.
When was he appointed?
No, he
4 days. 4
No, he
days
did
ago.
not.
He was appointed 4 days ago,
No, he
right?
did not. He was just appointed.
4 days ago.
Aaron, you know what Mr. Toto talking about?
So 4 days ago, they said, according to the code of conduct, you're supposed to do that a year ago. In order for you to be able to do it effectively and in following the guidelines of the code of conduct, it should have happened a year ago, back in July of last year.
Mr. Toe, the campaign even started yet. How you can say somebody participating in campaign?
But okay, so if the campaign, even if you're gonna but you already appointed him. You just told me he was appointed. No, but that way you're good, you're sedition, you're very good at that. Putting your foot in your mouth is what you're doing good. You just told me the man was appointed 4 days ago. As campaign manager, now he telling me no. Okay, Aaron, you're driving. So let me get you. Go ahead. When you get home, give us a call if we're still here. All right. Okay, thank you. I got your man here to beat up.
Let me talk to Terry. Let me talk to Terry on some stuff.
Go ahead, Country.
Terry, he just push out misinformation a whole lot of time. You understand?
But that's why you're here to educate us.
Yes, Terry put out misinformation a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? So let's look at Benina Ure. You talk about Benina Ure and the CDC. Nowhere in the conversation, in the reading, the literature you got in your hand, in the audio that's circulating, there's nowhere Benina Ure agreed or said that he was.
Yes. None of the fanatic. Yeah, I know him. My brother Tubasi. He's another fanatic. Let me read what he's saying here. He's saying it is called party awareness. The people running serious campaign. If any telling the people that just about sleeping all the day, he said that party awareness. What kind of party awareness I got with Tubasi? You got to be serious, man.
Yeah, anyway, but when we start campaigning, you'll see the real campaign.
The one you're doing, Sleeping Joe and Good Joe, they're not campaign yet.
No, that word of words. I mean, word of words.
Okay,
yeah. All right. So that's what they're doing now. But when the real campaign starts, you will see the real heat. Anyway, look.
I pray. No, I'm very serious. I pray those who are handling President Weah, they don't let him go though. They should continue to put in the bubbles.
No, they shouldn't put in the bubbles. Let him come out.
No, if he come out, people, if no, let him stay there. We like it like that. We like it the way he is.
No. When he come out, he can ride a crowd. Or you saw, he get through. He after he could throw.
That's why I say let him stay in the bubble. Let Kiasan then keep it in the bubble. Let Kiasan then continue to speak for him.
We're putting it out now.
You can't do that. You're keeping in the bubble. He's very good in the bubble.
No. You see it? I like when you try to divert the hood. Now what Terry was saying when you said what you said about you were saying something concerning what he need on the finance minister. When the finance minister said 27 million. Let me tell you something. People speaking when they speak fast. The final minister speak fast, and sometimes he do slip of tongue. You know,
That
our
one, don't
population
do that.
as
Don't do
an
that. Don't do
educated,
that.
as an educated engineer,
Samuel
as a
12,
you
that
never
number,
call,
Samuel 12
never call
drink
none
and
of your
eat
children
water.
the wrong name in
They
your
eat
house.
numbers.
You never
Samuel
call
12
none
can't
of
throw
the
a number and you
no,
expect it to say that they
no.
misspoke.
The
No way.
labor. You never call none of your children need one of your son that need. Maybe they assume one of your son need Aaron, and you see him come, you call him, oh John. You call him, take another
That's
son.
not the same team. That one that old when I do that old age. Samuel 12 that old. Yeah, that's not the same team.
No, but anyway, you guys running with it. The slip of tongue, the man made a mistake and said 27 million.
That's not
He
slip of
meant
tongue.
27,000, and you said 27 million.
That he said 27 million, right?
But yeah, he said it.
He didn't make a mistake.
It was a mistake.
He did that intentionally to throw the people off.
What are you won't be sarcastic about it to make you
No,
look?
I'm not. I'm being very serious.
No, it does not be serious because you know within yourself you are not throwing.
Then you're not getting my point. You're not getting my point.
I got your point.
Samuel 12 knew very well. Samuel 12 knew very well that we're not even 6 million. Number one. Yeah. Second, he's a finance minister. Third, Samuel 12 came out and told us in our audio that the CDC pro-poor agenda has failed miserably.
No, he never said it.
Whatever. Let me finish my statement. I'm not quoting him for being. I'm paraphrasing.
Say in your word.
I don't have when I'm talking about CDC. I don't say I paraphrase that.
But it's your own. It's your own. You
make that determination. I'm not here to help you.
But this is why I gotta push back. I gotta push back on you.
No, push back. But yeah. I'm not here to praise you. I'm here to criticize.
Your criticism should be factual, not based on.
Who determine that?
It shouldn't be subjective to
my criticism should be the way I criticize, and you determine how I criticize. No.
Oh my God.
Samuel 12 said that the pro-poor agenda has failed miserably, badly. When he recognized that the intellectual among us, not me, was saying we're picking up on that, he said, yeah, but we took 27 million Liberians out of poverty. Now, it's Samuel 12, the man who played with number every day. The man who drink numbers just like drinking water. The man who can throw number when he ready to speak, blah, 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 number everywhere. And you think he would make mistake like that? No, he did that purposely. So Liberian will not follow the statement he made that CDC pro-poor agenda have failed miserably. Instead, he threw this number. We follow what I mean in Liberia. Oh, look at 7 times. We even got 7 million. He say,
these opposition people know how to distort information.
Okay.
I can enjoy it when you're doing it because you guys giving our voters and our supporters the zeal to even go more to support this president because the kind of mis and disinformation you put out there is beyond our understanding. But I like when you do it. When somebody make a little bit of mistake, you guys run with it.
But the man made mistake. That's why I tell you.
And those are trivial things because it was a mistake, and it didn't make any news. It just went down, and people were finished with it. But that's the thing that's making news in the country. The presentation or the lockdown of the city few days ago, it put shockwave in it.
Let me ask you that after that program, you're not cleaning the city a little bit?
Oh my God! Yeah, you got me to distract my.
Why
you good at that? Why you good at that?
You want me to show you some picture?
We're not talking about that. I'm telling you what that or gallery.
You want 6 more years. You want 6 more years, and you want 6 more years, and Montreal be dead still like that.
I'm telling you what that gallery did to the opposition, to the extent where now they start to bleed the Liberian people. You want to suffer for 6 more years? They have already considered defeat. You want to suffer for another 6 more years? All on the different shows. You get the opposition crying out to Liberian people, and you're sitting over there. We know what even you're thanking the man for. That the people there witch. That the poor love the man. They decide to come to him They say thank you
Loving
for
the man is not the same as voting for the man for the
they,
second time.
what is the interpretation?
The
Let's
first
see.
time the people voted for him strictly based on popularity. This one they will vote for him on based on
So
two
when the
things.
people were under the ring, on the beach, standing under the ring, walking from Nukutan going to the party headquarters, did they force them?
No. But they were using GSA card. They were using GSA
Wow,
card.
the Liberian government got a lot of cars to transport.
But you want me to show you
hundreds
example?
of
You
cars
want me
of
to show you
flour.
example of that?
You
You want me to show you example of the car? They got picture.
I saw they put it, some man on float going over there.
Yeah, but you saw the picture with GSA truck carrying the people.
No, I didn't see the GSA truck. I saw people.
You want me to show you the GSA truck?
I don't want you to show me it because you could put any other picture on there and
but it was said like Bureau your GSA.
It could be any other time. It could be people wearing blue going to the football game and you put it on there. They
go for football.
The liberal.
CDC.
the liberal. But this the thing, I'm telling you, this thing sends shockwaves in the opposition spine. To the extent where up to now they're still crying. They're crying, they even crying on CDC. They're blaming Liberian people for loving the president. Why? Why are the people suffering and they're still falling behind this man? Why?
No,
so I said that yeah.
According to the news report that they're coming from Liberia and stuff like that, the economy is not doing good. Do you know that?
So it will only be determined by the people rejection of President Weah.
No, I'm not even
all indication.
You see, I want you're good about. I ask you one simple question. You not jump way ahead of the next question. Not even one question ahead. You jump almost 5 questions ahead.
Because I have sedition, we operate. We see the future.
In the meantime, you forget where you're coming from. And you don't pay attention. You just like to jump. You like to leap from place to place without fixing where you're coming from. That's what you're good at. You leave from here, you go and jump on the other side.
Mr. To the liberal, I want you to go around and listen to common Liberians, people from the low of the low in Liberia, giving their information, giving their input on this president. People saying, "Oh, food." There was a black kid in Banga County. They brought trash all the things the opposition said about President Weah and CDC. He trashed it. There's a little boy who just in high school or junior high school. He trashed it. They brought made a lot of sense. That even the political leaders from some of the opposition parties, just to tell you the level of information and transformation this president is making in the lives of Liberian people. People, you guys can have, some of the opposition can have their own way. They can decide to say the country is bursting into flame, everything falling apart. But many Liberians feel that George Weah is doing president. His Excellency Dr. George Weah is doing extremely well to bring this country out of the mess. Your stand-up bearer, former president, vice president, the squanderer, the man who was fired 2 times because of corruption, the man whose name is in New York Times for corruption. This man, President Weah, is trying to clean up the mess. And the mess is so deep that the president is using whatever means possible to get Liberia out of this mess. And we've seen it. It's difficult, it's tedious, but at the end of the day, he's making strides. He didn't say he will perfect everything. He said, come together, let all of us work. This is the reason why he's taking roles. He didn't go start for a year posting why the president start from the southeastern region where he came from. No, the president said, happy, I will be biased. I will take it from the place Ellen Johnson said he start. Nima County will connect until we go all the way to Grand Gila or Maryland or Sino or Chester. All the area will get roles. That's what he's doing right now. In a few days, maybe day after tomorrow, there will be a groundbreaking ceremony. And I think it's Capital to Toaster. They're doing the road that's supposed to connect there. They will be doing a groundbreaking ceremony over there. And they will start the project. The money is secure. So this president is working hard. And for people to sit and say that the country is about to explode, the people are dropping from starvation, the economy is going bad and everything, I think it's just misinformation and propaganda. Because the seditions or the Liberians the majority of Liberians don't see it that way. And that's the reason why people will come and see crowds such as that and say it was only 5,000 people sitting over there. They didn't consider where the city was locked down. People took 4-5 hours to leave from one point to another. They didn't see all that. But let the campaign season start. Then you will see who owns the land. You remember that song? Who owns Papa's land? We want to know your seal. Blue revolution, the blue tsunami coming back. Thomas Fala, President Weah is not Thomas Fala. Monserrato County is still the stronghold of CDC. Forget about the Southeastern. We're talking about Monserrato County. President Weah will win overwhelmingly in Monserrato County. It's clear. Take it to the bank. Put in LPR bank. Why you look at me like
that? I'll let you go because I know a day or so from now,
yeah,
you will put your foot in your mouth and I will play your video and I will compare it. So I'll just be quiet, let you go ahead.
No, I would love you to do that. One thing, if you watch, I have my show. I just stopped doing the show for a while because I'm so busy. I call it a Shawaka show, where we beat back falsehood, manipulation, and falsehood, manipulation, and hypocrisy. So
how many, when you do your show, how many sedition lean show that you criticize around here for falsehood and manipulation?
Well, all I know, I criticize the opposition.
But the sedition lean show that lies or lie, you don't take on them.
Well, name me some of the last CDC.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Okay, so I just said falsehood, such as Jerome Verder, a pathological liar.
Okay, let me take. I think this lady getting ready to rain in her heart. Samson told LeBron Pablo, what's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind?
My name is Scott. I'm calling from New Jersey.
Good evening, madam. I should put you in the bike now. Kata, should I put? I'm calling Kata. Should I put you in the bike?
I'm sitting and listening to Kata.
Oh, okay, go ahead, madam.
You may want to respond to me.
Go ahead.
I enjoy how your man talk about how the role will be faced. You got to start from where Eddie Joseph ended it. The money is secure. Oh, I got money secure down. Where I used to say the road project that Eddie Joe Baca, he carried the road to Lofa. Why you finding excuse that to explain about the South region? Why the main carry road there? He go to road to carry the Lofa. The same reason they decided to they said it and then move along to go on in the interior era. You guys had all sort of things to say. The men have built road from Banga to Lofa, from Lofa to just what you guys were saying. And you're in learn lesson, but they crack here. You go and have a rally only where you have people working. They leave their job. They go there because they have the secure job. Then you're still talking, you're pressing for crap. You ain't learned nothing yet. I'll sit down. So weird, man. You're saying the people complaining. You say the people complaining, they ain't catching hard time. So you're them really enjoying, and our people suffering.
Koto.
Hold on. Let her finish.
Only the people that suffering in Liberia. You know how many persons every day they need money that they were never asking for money. These people, I used to go to Liberia. They were invite me. Let me take you out. Let me do this. Now they're begging just to give them $25 just to get something to eat. Then you sit there and boasting about it that the people not suffering.
They were in United Party government before, right?
Hold on. Cut out. Let her finish. You will respond. Go ahead.
I never work with United Party. I never work in government. So get that straight.
I say you. I said they.
I never.
No, he said they. He said they. He's not saying you. He said they. But go ahead, make your point so you can follow, and then we'll come to close.
I'm not saying everything was great with the youth party, but I don't say everything was not great. Y'all go to make things great for the people. Y'all made it worse for them. Because at least they used to go and get a live, do their live business. Some of our parents then never lived or work with government or making market to take care of us. But the people who working in the market now or selling in the market can't afford it. You say the people enjoying, time will tell. Thank you. Bye bye. Good night.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
You see, she did drive by. She did
Go ahead.
drive
Go ahead. Go ahead. But that would be your closing. That would be your closing. Oh my God. Yeah, my God. Let me take I number 9 again. Let me make it brief. I number 9. I know you probably won't just make it brief because we're closing now. Go ahead, oh man. I number 9, you there?
Yeah. I'm home now. I just wanted to respond to this. Yeah, I wanted to respond to this Cotto. Since Cotto, you know, you're the Unity Party people. Every time y'all come on this platform, y'all make people to think that, you know, everything that happening in Liberia now is started from President Weah government. When was the last time in America never sent money to Liberia? You can come to this kind of public discourse and try to deceive the Liberian people. We all have people in America when we were in Liberia, and people kept sending us money. There was no time. When people were in Liberia, they were not getting money. What the? Why you come and deceive the people like that? Why are you going to do that, Sis Cotto? Why are you going to do that? For the sake of politics? For the sake of politics?
Okay, make your point.
People been sending money to Liberia for the time we were born. And you come here and talk about people that used to go to in Liberia and asking for money?
Okay.
Mr. Toad, those are the things that you need to push back because that's true. You need to push back on those kind of things.
I got your back.
I know. All right.
I got your back. Come here.
All right.
Let the Liberal give me my time.
All right.
All right, Carter, go ahead and close it for us. Go ahead.
This is the kind of hypocrisy I talk about. The deception, the manipulation. That's what Cotto exhibited just now, right? Liberia, right? It's like Liberia it was a glamorous place. Liberia, we have roads connectivity all over the country.
No. She made that point. She made that point.
The liberal.
Yeah, but she made that point. You can't
let me deal with Cotto.
I understand, but you gotta be sincere. She made that point. She said,
why would you want to talk to her?
You gotta say it. Don't say it. But when you're not saying it the way she said it, then I gotta.
Why should I say it? You just told me not to say it the way you say it, right? Let me say it the way.
Okay, all right. You crow on that one. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So that's the thing, right? When I hear these opposition, especially the United Party people talking of President, we are 5.5 years. It made me sick to my stomach. It's like Liberia prior to President we are becoming president. Our country was like Dubai. The employment rate in Liberia was so high among young people. Nobody was catching heart attack. People were eating 3 square meals a day in the country. People were taking pay left and right. Money was all over the country. They had current, they had electric, water running. And everybody had cars. You know, you could go in Liberia, according to Cotto, instead of you giving the poor money, the poor will give you money to come up here, to come to America and go back. Yeah, right. President, we are entered that country as president. Our economy was like ground zero, even below ground zero. The economy was below ground zero. The education system was messed up because your former president said the education system at Liberia was rotten. It was messed up to the extent 2,500 students took the early entrance. All of them failed. The government. Under Eddie Johnson government, the medical system, the hospital were rotten to the extent when President we have got in office. 1 week he visited JFK. Who was the director there? A Nigerian man. The first lady walked in the place, she shook her head. Our patients were laying on the bare floor, on the bare ground. Yes, Cotto, that was the good thing that your president left, Joseph Boakai and Ellen Johnson left for us. And you come here and tell me that George we are spoiled when you see the 14 military hospital equipped, the Emirate Hospital in Bapulu, the first of its kind in our country.
No doctor
You see
there.
that?
No doctor there.
Oh yes, we have doctors who send abroad. When people sponsor war in our country that kill our brightest brains, you think to get those people back? I mean, to bring people who will bright brains back, it would just happen in the twinkle of an eye. It's a process, and this is what this president is doing for our country. He is making sure that every sector is fixed properly. This is reason why he putting hydro in Koto County, so electricity can be stable in Lofa County, first of its kind. He get building an inland port in Lima County, first of its kind. And look, opposition just got nothing to run on when it comes to this election, 2023 October 10 election, or the campaign. You got nothing to run on. Okay. Absolutely nothing. And so this is where we'll whip y'all. Y'all will eat your own words. Y'all will put your foot in your mouth and y'all regurgitate it and put it back in. Remember.
All right.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We appreciate you tonight. Thank you.
No problem. I appreciate you too.
Yeah. Again, folks, Samson told LeBron Pabrito. So I will say good night to Carter here. Thank you very much, sir. Okay, folks, Samson told LeBron Pabrito. What a fun night. This is what we do. We come here, we criticize, but we respect. We really criticize each other, criticize policy, but we respect one another. And I think I'm going to do my best to bring Terry and Aaron Brumpler, IE number 9, actually IE number 6, one of the best number 6, besides Attorney Gray. Besides that, I think this young man, and for me, number 2 on that list. I'm going to try to bring him and Terry on here. Let's have a conversation, because I think that they have the ability to have conversation without going any further than just having a sheer engagement. And I think we'll do our best to bring you. I think the audience will enjoy that as well. I will be the referee at that time. I will try my best and not to interject many of my liberal views, what have you. But we'll do that. I hope Mr. So will be back shortly. I hope maybe he will show up tomorrow to be able to carry on some of this stuff. I hope. But we'll be back tomorrow again. We'll be back here. Hopefully the audience, the panelists will be with us at that time, not just Carter alone. Mr. George, Mr. Goya, Mr. Marley will be here as well. I hope Katu herself will be here as well. So in the meantime, though, I'll say thank you very much. And we'll say good night to all of you. Let's continue to pray for one another. Most importantly, let's continue to pray for the leadership of the Republic of Liberia, the leadership of the Republic of Liberia opposition, and the Republic of Liberia itself, including his people. Let's pray for one another. Let's continue to pray for peace. Because, folks, without peace, how you think the liberal going to be making big mouth here? You think we can get peace? Are able to talk? Are able to open my mouth there? Or because of peace we enjoying? That's why I open my mouth. I can't hear I say sometimes I eat crow. Sometimes I eat crow and say, oh, okay, sorry, but whatever. But the peace. So let's continue to pray for it. Most importantly as well, let's try to preserve the peace. Samson told, it's been a wonderful, wonderful evening. Friday is just ahead. God will be with us and we'll be back here again tomorrow. Good night, folks.